is. Okay, do I have my marker? Yeah. Okay. Demoralization. What else is in that word though? This one. Okay. Now, what else is in there? We did a video a long time ago about that little phrase. There's a lot of words in there that's got that phrase in it. Remember, all this has to do with sorcery. And it truthfully does. So if we watch, if we're looking at this from this right here, okay, if we're going to be evil, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a plan to where the people, or the ones that the mind controls, going to start here, and then they're going to flourish, and then it's going to come to a point to when they're going to go down. And there's a timeline. That's a timeline. We'll say this is the 1900s. And then over here is the 2000s. Because that's basically what's happened. And truthfully, when we get into this right here, that's what that is. All this comes out of like Europe, but then it goes way back beyond that, which has nothing to do with anything. This, because people can't even understand that. So when they can't understand the word moral and demoralization, okay, so if we're going to look at a timeline, okay, they handed out addresses, they handed out newspapers, billboards started, and then here comes the radio, here comes the TV, here comes computers, games, phones. Do you see what I mean? Each generation had something different. In the midst of all this right here, the careers were built around alcohol, sodas, chips, candies, tobacco, and specifically built on the eradication of cannabis. I'm so tired. A plant. Okay, so if we can allow ourselves to go back in time, where, it's ingenious what they've done. In the head of the people, they've really flourished. Although for generations we've flourished into this right here, because of the fast food and all that's coming. It's all coming. They're going because a long time ago they didn't have stores open on Sundays. Some of the older people will tell you that. It just shows you, if it was free, you'd be like, hell no, I'm opening. It's controlled. Very, very controlled. So what you're going to have in the early 1900s, here comes the Billy Grahams, you understand? So they're going to ingrain into the people this hellfire and brimstone. And then in the 50s, they're going to start slowly coming out of all this controlled religion of the populace. Because we're at a reset, and then they're going to go into Hippieville and all this, and to space, blah, 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 because, they're already cartoons getting that generation ready in their mind. Like, oh, we're going to space because they've been inside. They ain't been outside ever. Generationally, from here on, the brain has been developed inside the occipital lobe, which is your visual. So your imagination grows as the brain, the cerebrum, the memory bank is growing. So does the imagination. So when you see all of this, and then they have nothing else, and that's all there was, and fake people were pushing athletes and stuff, and it's all based around a monetary moon, has to do with the moon, monetary, monopoly. The game of Monopoly started right here, and now it's time to give the money back and the property. Because in this system right here, the illusion is to own, when that backwards is NWO, which is New World Order. Okay? Because this right here is bigger than what you think. And Oprah, which represents OWN Network, which represents the New World Order. She is in charge of controlling the populace of the black people. One of many. And then there's many other actors and fake people, fake deities is what they are, that control the white section. And they couldn't do it a long time ago. So they started to repopulate, and they set the cities up and all this other stuff. Controlled. They locked up people for being gay here, because it wasn't time yet. Do you not understand that? Women couldn't vote and all that, just to use that and be like, yeah, women pass. And it would have all never been there at all. It's sick to where you can't even think about how it was all designed. The hard workers are in here. This is a hard working group in here, because at that time in here, 1900s, middle, late, after the mid 1900s, right there in the 50s, 60s, whatever, there's going to be opportunity within the companies, the plants, slavery's plantations, and that's all. That's it. There's going to be nothing else. Everything has been controlled from day one. So the morals that were established early in the 1900s are now being demoralized through the technology. It's through the gadgets and all that. And if you tell me I'm wrong, it's like you have been demoralized yourself. Okay, look, why are the phones pushed beyond insanity? I mean, it's insane. I just pay attention to society. A guy ran into me in the store a while ago, the only store I'll go in. He was walking right around and goes, pfft, and I was like, don't worry, bro. Man, I'm so sorry. Just walk around the store, and that's not who we are. You were never created to be just sitting there and to go inside every night. But when they started this right here, back then, it was go inside. Newspapers, you read the newspaper, we'll tell you, and seeing people, they taught them to read their shit, and the billboards and all that. Because real quick, Henry Ford and Thomas Edison did a 9-year road trip to sell the cars and the electricity and the road trips and then the gasoline coming. You understand? It's sick how they did it, but it's ingenious. And they're just dummies. They didn't invent nothing. They're just fucking two guys. They said, here, you're going to claim this. Just like Elon Musk. That's what I'm saying. They take no credit for what they do, and they throw dummies out there. And then you dummies read that shit your entire life, because generationally, you go inside. You read the newspaper. We'll tell you everything you need to know. Come to the grocery stores. Yeah, we're going to control the farming too. You got to pay. It's insane. But you got to go to the grocery stores. Oh, it's grocery time. Go get your resources. The radio tells them what to do. There ain't nothing else around if you could think about that. Like, here we go. We're starting out. Here's some newspapers. What's that? Oh, it's radio. Just gather around. And every weekend for generations, from that to TV. And then from TV to video games to fucking computers, and then you're just been inside the whole time, inside, generationally, inside. All that in there is a lie. Every bit of it. Every fucking bit of it. This should never exist. Ever. What has those caused more than anything? This. And then in return builds this. Now listen. And there's your careers. Just the same now. See, when they started out, there wasn't people sick. And then here, you go inside, and then the more the snacks and all that, and now here comes people starting to become pathetic. And then that's where we are now. Not just physically, but mentally. Their only value comes from a fake piece of plastic. Yeah, that's the only value. And then y'all think in your head this money in there, in your account, is going to never go away. They'll always take care of us. Yeah, they're going to take all y'all's money eventually and go, we're going to redistribute it with everybody because it's not fair for you to have that. Just wait. That's the Democrats, the Democrats. It's what they do. They very methodically set up a system built to give the illusion of prosperity only to collapse in the long run. And they sit back and they live generations off of us. That's how they do it. It's insanity on all levels. And it is fucking ingenious. You have no idea. Your small brain cannot understand that or fathom that. You with your fake degrees against me. You have been taught to memorize shit and then you can go write prescriptions for shit that you do not have any experience physically going through to beat at all. You just go, I learned that, I'm an expert. It's like, you a dummy. You work for the same fucking people that set this up. Only now the careers come from the generational sickness, poisoning. And now the people just sitting inside, just sitting there. There's no warning labels on chocolate. None of this. Where's the warning labels on any of this except for these? Where's it at on these? It's not. And what do those cause? That right there. And that's what we're telling you is you're goyim. This right here. Okay? That means you're less than an animal. That's what that means. And goy will do anything. See, these people, this thing, this entity, it thrives, it guides you off fear and ignorance. Through your emotions is how they control you. And now your emotions, you produce energy. Okay? And those cell towers are not for your cell phones. Those cell towers are for the cells in you. And the pills and all the other shit that you take that you're consumed with. You're consumed with man substance. And so those cell towers program your fucking mind over and over and over, and you're not even real. It's what's in here that's a fucking deity. Through the symbols and everything, through Disney and everything you've ever watched, you have no idea that you're just a repetitive program. Every day you've been programmed to just repeat the fucking garbage and to go through the system of this fake structure, even though the same poverty's around that's there when it was fucking created, to control them and say we're doing something good. Look at us in our fucking suits and satanic ties. Bow your heads, we don't question God. And now it's over. It's over. There's no hope. This is the only thing that will happen to change what's going on. They have to get rid of the mindsets and that they've created. All these false realities that's in people's minds that's not real, they got to go. The rebel flag people have to go, white people have to go, then black people have to go, and then brown people. And then for right now, they're just going to have fucking fun doing what they got to do. They've used us until they don't need us no more. They got AI. And that's Satan. Satan is meant to be worshipped like God, not... And what's in every Christian's house, in every church, every school, and everything? AI. Your prison is your house, your home, your apartment. You're going to have to check in with a camera eventually, scan your eye and all that before 11. It'll be worldwide curfew. It is fucking badass, I'm telling you. I can see it. I can see everything that they're doing, that they're going to do, and what they do now. The whole system has been set up on some very fucking sick, evil shit. Like within your brain. You can't even handle it. It'd be like you going to buy chemicals to spray fucking at God's creatures. Gotta kill them. And not even worry about it. Is the same way that they inflict this chaos and pain on us and fucking get off. Don't even get off on it. They just do it. Because they get something out of it, though. At least they get something out of it. We just kill the shit. And see, it's insanity on all levels. It is fucking insanity on all levels. Because when you start out, just here, what's that? It's an address. Here's what's that. There's some names. What's that? You got to get documented. Oh, and we're going to put commerce and agriculture on your birth certificate because you're goy. And then in time, you'll never know what the fuck that truly means. It means your property. It means you're a slave. It's what the fuck that means. And if you can't see that, how you're just a piece of USDA meat. No different than a fucking cow or chicken to Chick-fil-A. No different. None. But your pride, this generational pride from here to here, with family, you were put there. Wherever it is that you're at, your bloodlines was put there. It doesn't fucking matter who you are. It was put there, put there, put there, put there. Doesn't matter if they moved there and was here. It's like they were guided there. See, your mind is fucking stupid. These people own, they have, these countries are just like if you own 7 businesses. Those of y'all that own businesses. If you own 7 businesses, this is the countries. You know, these countries are businesses. So when you create some to be poor, you know, and then you create America, you know, to be the number one to go to, you know, but what does all the different lands, look, I'll get you on this one and I gotta go. But I'm gonna ask you, what do all the different countries have in common? They're all being demoralized right now, and they're all up and down, flipping in flames and everything. But seriously, what's in all of them? There's always a McDonald's. Yeah. Oh, there's these. Oh no. There's these. There's the same gas. I mean, come on. The same suits, ties, dresses, the same vehicles. Only, see, they create different ones. Look, when you rule the world, it's like, look, really lower nature for a minute. It's like, so how are we gonna sell this? Well, we'll just act like Henry Ford is Henry Ford and whatever else, and we'll just act like competitors. Sounds good to me. Let's go. That's it. And then out of ashes comes fucking these pencil pushers that they create, because they know the system that you're in, but they force it. When the vehicles started coming out and they did that damn 9-year road trip, there was vehicles everywhere, and it's like, where in the hell did all those come from? And, you know, in different sections of the country, we're only allowed to have certain, you know, types of technology. And what else does everybody have going in now everywhere? We gotta have train tracks, man. I know it. And the only resources was the ones coming in on the tracks. Isn't that crazy? So, you know, sometimes it's like, well, the train don't come through but once a week. So that community, and so eventually you go from one to another, and then eventually those communities start growing, and then people are settling, and man, my bloodlines are from right there, man. I know, Goy. I know. But they did it just like a garden. See, you can't fucking think that big. They planted human beings, Satan did, like a garden. Blew up and melted everything and graded it just like you would a neighborhood, and then came in and planted us. Doesn't matter. Go watch Radium Girls. Listen to the black lady in it, and she's like, my family was in Oklahoma and they tried to settle, and then the government came in and bombed them. Not them, but she said they bombed, and they was talking about like, what? Yeah. What they were saying is you're not gonna settle there. Keep going. See what I mean? It doesn't matter. And it's so fucking long ago, there ain't nobody alive. How do you know, Matt? It's like we know a lot of shit. We know one thing. We do not give our life to this fake system. And everybody against me, you're pulling in this system faster. You're bringing it in. You're fixing to relinquish your children and grandchildren to the school system, and then they're going to say, go fucking do whatever you want. Great Christianship and father and mothership right there, buddy. Telling you. And you have gave all the faith in the school system, and they're bringing drag queens in and spreading their sack. Yeah, it should show you're an animal. It's disgusting. It doesn't matter for or against it. What does it do to help the next individual? Not a fucking thing. They're spending money in it? Yeah, that doesn't help at all. Do they know how to take care of themselves health-wise? Do they know their cell salts? Do they fucking know the heavens above? And no, they don't. Because they are created by these pieces of shits to go in these places. They already know they own the school system. Go in there and you do it. They've created them from birth to do what they're doing in California. It ain't just these people going, they have been created to sell this shit to the Goy, and you fucking falling in on it. You see how upset what's inside of me, it's in you too. But from above is, You understand that? You give your life to that bullshit generationally. Let me go worship TV some more, and it signals, and you are saturated with fucking shit. You don't have no life. You have death, emotional stress, and all that man has made you accept. This is it. We're just gonna sit here and just sit here. Oh God, it's on the news again. It's like your brain is corrupt. And you're going to the other side with all that bullshit. Your whole life sitting there. Your whole life sitting there. Just sitting there, going to the other side. It's disgusting. Love you.